went to dinner with a guy over here in Austin the other day. He has 2 storage facilities, and he's got a third one under contract. And he said he's raised his rates 9 times in the last year. 9 times. Can you imagine? I looked at Pete and I gave him this like sideways scowl, like, how many times you raised your rents? Right. And now he's in Texas, and Texas, of course, is booming, but there's a lot of areas that are actually every area is booming right now. So are you raising your rents? Right. And we have like this, like internally in our company, and I've shared it with our students, but we have this like master competition sheet where we literally, like, all competition of all of our facilities is on this like sheet for every single one. We have 11 facilities for every single one of our facilities. And the job of one of our VAs is to update that on a monthly basis, to just keep track of like all the competition, what they're charging, and are we charging what they're charging, right? And so that we can make sure that we're up to date compared to everybody else. Now, I talked to another student today, and he bought 2 facilities in November, and as like 150 units total, or some severely mismanaged facilities. And he told me, this is crazy. And they're like, it's a little tiny town, like it's kind of in the outskirts of Atlanta, but like, I mean, it's in between like Atlanta and Athens is kind of where it's at. And he said that he's charging $75 for a 5x10. $75 for a 5x10. And it's not climate control. It's just like drive up 5x10, like the one behind me in my picture here. Okay. So market rates are going up, but a lot of owners are not following them, right? So most owners like me, mom and pop owners, do not constantly keep track of like what the market rates are. So they're not increasing their rates to what they should be. So the one that we got under contract in Florida, it's also they're charging. I'm going to go over this deal in the fund. I'm not going to go over it here, but I'm going to go over it in the fund pitch in the next hour. But he's charging 73 cents a square foot, and he should be charging $1.20 a square foot. Do you know how much money he's leaving on the table by not raising those rents? A lot. I mean, in fact, we're going to be able to double the value of that facility just by raising the rents. Isn't that crazy? And we picked that thing up for $1.8 million. And by the time we increased the rents by 45 cents, we may be a little bit less. And see, what we did on that is like, we looked at all the facilities in the area. And they're all like, and we do have competition. Like, I mean, it's in a secondary market in Florida. So there's a lot of like, there's like U-Hauls and public storages and stuff. We did not count those as competition. We counted, like, we only looked at like mom and pop shops. We only looked at mom and pop shops like ours, and they're like, it's 2 facilities that are like within like a mile of each other. It's all gated, nice facility, but like essentially it's just the same owner that's owned it for like 30 years or something. And yeah, we looked at all the competition and took out all of the bigger players, because we're not really competition to Cube Smarts that are like 3 levels and like these public storages and stuff. Now, if it was like a public storage or a U-Haul that was like one of these ones where they went out and bought an old one and then just fixed it up and that they made that into a public storage, we might consider that. But in this area, there's like public storage use and Cube Smarts that are like like 3 level buildings. And so we did not count those. They're charging even more price per square foot. We only looked at the mom and pop shops that were like apples to us. And they're charging $1.20 a square foot. And this guy is charging 73 cents a square foot. Okay. So basically what I'm telling you is that the rain's starting again. So I'm starting to scream. Basically, what I'm telling you is that when you start looking for facilities, you need to, in secondary markets, look at all the facilities in the area that you're interested in, and then look at what they're charging, price per square foot, and then try to find some of those owners that have not raised rents. That is the secret sauce for the market right now.